Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the final match of the group stage of the Dubai Sevens. At this stage, we know who is pretty much going through the quarterfinals. Fun fact, it isn't actually Fiji. That is not the reason it is fun. It is because I said in my last live stream that Fiji had the better points differential, but they actually base it, first of all, off the results in terms of head-to-head. So because Spain actually beat Fiji, they qualify above them. So that is not what I was expecting, which does mean Fiji do miss out and they will be finishing bottom of Pool C. So they are not going to be there. Kenya will be going through, and same with Ireland, who were able to get a very comfortable win over Japan and get themselves in a good position. But now we get to find out whether South Africa, they will be taking on either. They have got the option. They will be taking on Kenya if they end up winning this game, or if they lose this game and Great Britain win this one, South Africa, they will be taking on instead. It will be Ireland for this one as well. We have got there. I hope Great Britain wins. So Kenya can avoid the Blitzbox in the quarterfinals as well, says Mike. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it does go, which would mean that Kenya would end up taking on, it would be Australia that Kenya would have. So it will either be Kenya facing South Africa, Great Britain, or Australia. It's not going to be an easy game for the Kenyans, but they are certainly a fighting side, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. Someone else who I'm looking forward to seeing in this match, Branco de Prea, has been looking decent throughout the day, but also Selvin Davids. And how impressive was that by the Irish? Very impressive for them in that game up against Japan. They played like a side who wanted to qualify, 41-0 up against Japan. Just very well done from the Irish. And I have realised now, Sebastian, Fiji do not qualify for the quarterfinals. It is instead going to be Kenya and also Ireland. That is due to the fact that the head-to-head result for Spain and Fiji, because it went the way of Spain, it does mean that they qualify ahead of Fiji, / they will be playing off for a little bit higher in the rankings. They won't be in the quarterfinals, but they will still be playing for something a little bit later on. But nonetheless, it is going to be interesting to see how this one goes. Visa, Davids, Pretorius, Duprea, David, Suyaswapi, and also Van Veek will be the starting lineup for South Africa. Great Britain, they have decided to go with Davis, Farrell, also it will be Williams, Ferguson, the captain, and McFarland to close it out. Hey, howdy, hey, y'all. Sorry, disappeared yesterday with the George and the Hamish as well. No worries, Katie. Thank you very much for tuning in. Now it's going to be an exciting fixture between these two sides. The final game of the group stage, and welcome in less. I hope you're well as well, says Sebastian there. And yeah, there's going to be an exciting couple hours of rugby. This is not the last game we are doing on the channel. We're sitting 5:30 a.m. I'm still smiling ear to ear. I've got everything set up, and we are going to be doing the Sharks versus Bulls live stream. South Africa all the way, says Rudolph. What is your prediction for this match? Do let me know. How many are the South Africans winning by? It's going to be an interesting one, that is for sure. Great Britain, they have had their moments, but are they going to be able to get a decent performance going in this game, give themselves momentum into that quarterfinals where they will take on, more than likely, they will be having, I believe they will have someone along the lines of either maybe USA or France. Someone like that. We have got there. I have 70 cents on at least 2 yawns during this game. I may lose my dollars, but the odds are in my favor as well, says Jay. They certainly are, mate. Although I'm feeling quite wide awake at the moment. For some reason, I don't know what's happened. I think I've got my second win, but I am well and truly buzzing for this game. And James has said South Africa by 24 and 35-12 for Rudolph as well. So I guess pretty similar in that regard. Both of you guys going either 23 points in favor of South Africa or 24. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not it will be the reality. But it is going to be kicked off here by Great Britain, going from right to left. Has kicked at 10, and it's taken very nicely by Visa straight away. And he has been able to drag it down. Hashtag 70 cents as well. There's Katie Dixon there. Van Veek now on the outside. Now back into the hands of Zane Davids. Just backs himself, driving hard at the line. Protected there by Selvin Davids. And on the halfway line now, Duprea fires it back once again. It's going to be Visa. He's got Suyaswapi with him. Doesn't use him yet. Takes it to ground instead. Good tackle in the end by, I believe it was Ross McCann. Van Veek now on the outside, gives it off to Selvin Davids, backs himself one more on the outside. Zane Davids goes over, and it's going to be the try for South Africa to start this one off. There we go, just like that. They have been able to score themselves the opening try of the match. South Africa did not take very long at all. They are the side to beat in this competition, and it seems like, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, do let me know who are you saying will make it through to the final to take them on. Holy crap. Blixbox are too good as well, says Mike. Yeah, they're playing very well. And did you bring the jockey milk? And I think you're right, Steve, as well, says Katie Dixon. This is probably a rough question, but we're expecting too much from the Fijians in this series. We knew they are a brand new squad as well, says Sebastian. That's the thing. I think where they finished in the first week, like people were kind of, I guess, disappointed with where they finished due to the gold medal happening at the Olympics. But like you mentioned, 11 debuts for them in this one. So I feel like this is probably, I guess you'd say it's probably not the result that a lot of people were expecting. They were probably expecting somewhere around that third or fourth mark again. But like you said, they're a young side. So hopefully in the next coming years or the coming series that we have got Boxer on a rampage, they are indeed. They've been able to lead this one 7-0 in only the first minute and a half. So it's going to be very tough for Great Britain to keep on going here. It is Morgan Williams shut down on his own 22. Great step there as well from Alex Davis. Now on the outside to McCann. So he has a Wapi trying to wrestle down Max McFarlane. Good tackle on him, though. And also we have got that sweet hot chalky mix this morning, brother, as well. There's Katie Dixon now on the outside. It was Ferguson, the captain. Nice bit of a step, but he is going to be dragged down there. Farndale. A lot of pressure there, and the breakdown from Zane Davis, who is just a solid individual. I guess that is one of the best ways to summarize him. That's going to be kicked in behind there from Great Britain, and it goes into touch 32 out from the South African line. Don't believe they are going to be taking it quickly like they are saying. This is a different tactic from Great Britain that we aren't used to seeing. Someone deciding to kick it for the touchline, but seems like Davis, he decided that would be best. Get it into the half of the blitz box and just try and keep them there. It's easier said than done. And it is certainly going to be tough. But now Dupree with this line out throw. We'll be hoping to retain this one here for the blitz box over Great Britain. But it is going to be exciting to see the quarterfinals matchups. The earliest one is 6:44 p.m. That one's gone forward there from South Africa. Just a little bit of a drop there from Zane Davis. And because of it now, it does mean that it will be scrum time. Solid individual, put it on a shirt as well. Says it, Katie Dixon there. Tell you what, we've got about 5 different shirts. If we did end up having a shirt shop, that's quite hard to say. Say that 5 times fast and see how you go. But it will be possibly well stocked with all these different shirts. That is for sure. Hot Jockey Milk, you could be a contender for Employee of the Month as well. Says JAs. I am heavily considering putting a little Employee of the, or not Employee of the Month, but Subscriber of the Month on a sign thing in the background. I have to see how much like 10 miniature picture frames are and see how it goes. But now it is going to be just outside of the 22. It is going to be Tom Williams. Good attack from Great Britain. Needs to be set here. No scrum half available, but now it is going to be Ferguson, the captain, once again deciding to play it. Nice run forward, but great defense from the blitz box. They are not going to be letting you through too easy. McCann now with the ball on the outside. It's going into touch, though, and mod of the month as well. Says J.A.'s there, and also Big Sip. Says Katie Dixon there. It's going into touch, and now the blitz box will once again have themselves a good opportunity to try and get an attack going. They are going to be just inside of their own 22. Dupree. He is a dangerous player, and him combined with Selvin Davids, it's just a combo that you know is going to be strong for the blitz box. Zane Davids in the breakdown as well, just gets in there, already scored a try earlier on in this fixture. Going to the back there, Dupree just a little bit loose with the throw, though, and it's going to be jumped on by Ross McCann. Side entry, no advantage there going back for the scrum. Okay. Although, if it was side entry, I assume it must have been a Great British player who did go side entry, or else it would have been changed to the penalty there. But it is going to be the scrum in favour of Great Britain now. And they will be trying to once again get themselves a little bit of that roll and maul, possibly going forward. It's going to be tough to get through this defence of the blitz box. But if they can keep it to only 1 try for Springboks in this first half and maybe score themselves one as well, could be decent. Hit that like button, and Seb will say the rest low as well, says Jay there in the chat. But Ferguson now putting in this ball for the scrum. It's going to be taken nicely. Oh, a lot of pressure there from Dupree, just shutting him down, and it's a penalty to the blitz box. Very nicely done there from Yanko Dupree. Oh, Branco, sorry. And now it is going to be taken quickly. Is it by Selvin Davis, or does he kick it for the touchline? It looks like they might be kicking this one out, and y'all want to join my Paranormal Research Society I just started as well, says Katie Dixon. I'm sure George will be keen. He seems to love himself a little bit of the paranormal. I feel like that's one of those ones I would say, oh, yeah, I'll go to a haunted place, and then I'd hear one noise, and I'll be like, yep, nah, see ya. I'll go home. And now JC Pretorius, good pace shown there. Just trying to break through the tackle. Morgan Williams, though, was able to slow him down by just pretty much getting under the feet. But now Selvin Davis on the outside, if he does decide to use him, he has got. So he has Wapi. Was it forward? No, it's not. And now Visa now going to be driving his way forward nicely. Once again, Selvin Davis round the side. Good flat ball. Van Vick, beautiful step from him. And it's going to be another try. And also hit that like button. And don't disappoint Jay. He'll slack you off otherwise as well. And I'm going to turn my hobby into my job as well. Or my hobby into my jobby, sorry. Says Katie Dixon there as well. Fair play. Is there actually, I guess there are jobs that involve the paranormal, isn't there? which I feel like that would be a spooky one. But if that is your thing, that is your thing, you know. I feel like you're very brave in that regard. That's going to be a good step from the Blitzbox, and that is going to be 14-0 now. But George always says, "Oh, let's go to a haunted place," and then we go there, and then he's like, "Yeah, let's leave this haunted place." He's actually, oh no, he has got that one 14-0. I thought for a second he missed that. 30 seconds left. Ghostbusters as well, says Mike there in the chat. Yeah, 20 seconds left of this first half. So as it sits now, we know that USA are going to be playing Argentina, and that is going to be one of the matches that does take place for the quarterfinals. Also another match that we do know will be taking place at this stage, although they haven't actually announced it, but it will be Argentina taking on the second team in Pool A. So the loser of this game will have Argentina. And then the first team who do win this one, they will be taking on a different opponent, and that will indeed be Kenya, who they will have to face as well. It's a penalty to Great Britain. They're 14-0 down at the moment, taking the quick tap once again now, trying to get going forward. It's going to be tough for them. Williams now goes to Davis. Rush defense from Toya. Swaffy bumped off, though. Something you don't see too often. Ball on the outside. Beautifully done, but Van Viki's got plenty of pace. Steps nicely on the inside. Offload as well. Can they go all the way? Another offload, and Great Britain score the try there. Davis has been able to score. And tell you what, the referee took that one like a champ. One of the players tried to tackle him. We have got there, Jay will body slam you. If you don't like and subscribe, don't tempt him as well. Says Katie Dixon, hello, Katie. I would never do such a thing. I'm a lover, not a fighter as well, says Jay there. A Great Britain, brilliantly done to get themselves a try back in this match. I did say that they couldn't afford to let South Africa score anymore, but they did just get that nice team try. And it was just offload after offload after offload. Just always someone there in support, ready for the next one to go into their hands. And it was very nicely done indeed. But the next match that we are covering, it is actually Union, ladies and gentlemen. Sharks versus the Bulls for the URC. It's going to be an exciting game, so be sure to tune in for that. And it is going to be starting straight after this one. Nice team try from Great Britain as well. Says Mike, it is going to be taken there for the conversion. He's got it. 7 points to Great Britain, 14 for South Africa. And also we have got their try in the chat from Sebastian as well. There's one piece of here that is annoying me. I have to chop it off. But at this stage, 7 points difference between these two sides. I feel like there won't be a huge amount of disappointment for Great Britain in this situation. Yes, they let South Africa score too, but they also scored one themselves. And if they can continue to do that in the second half, perhaps they can cause the upset. The tricky thing here is pretty much if Great Britain win, it means that South Africa have to face Argentina, which was actually what it was in the Tokyo bronze medal match, I believe it was, or the quarterfinal, in fact, where they were able to knock them out there, Argentina. But the big thing is, if it is South Africa versus Kenya, that is the final that we saw in Canada. And we know exactly how that went. It was South Africa who were able to keep that win streak alive. Currently sitting on a 20-match win streak. Not exactly something that can be replicated too easily. So they're doing very nicely, the Blitzbox, and they will be hoping to continue this match in the form that they have built up to this stage. And I'm excited to see who they decide to go with off the bench. They have got Sean Williams, Ronald Brown as well. And also maybe they give Grobler a little bit of a go, although I did see he had a bit of a limp earlier on. And that is one thing I am probably the most concerned about with the Blitzbox is they have been playing a very physical game of rugby, and they mentioned quite a few of their players have got underlying injuries. So I'm hoping that that is not going to affect their performance in those later games, because they are certainly a side who just keep on going. And hopefully we will get to see them continue in the second half as well. Yes, I hope Kenya can avoid the box, but not looking likely as well, says Mike. So pretty much you need Great Britain here for the next 7 minutes to just play the game of their life to be able to stop them from going forward. But it is going to be Van Wyk. They are showing him. He did actually get brought in a little bit more after the Duplessis injury, which I'm not actually too sure how serious that is, but hopefully he is all right there. Hit that like button or Katie will steal all your jockey milk as well. We can't be having that. Be sure to hit that like button. Although I believe that's the thing. We were very close to doing that George Tries chocolate milk the other day, but we decided against it, but that will be coming extremely soon as well. It's going to be taken nicely by Great Britain, or is it St. David's picks it up? Oh, just shunts off. It was Williams there, Morgan Williams. Shut it off like he was nothing. Now it's going to be going back across again for the South Africans. It is going to be in the middle of the field. Ronald Brown now offloads Sullivan and Davids, almost trying to break the ankles of a couple of the Great British players. And it looks like maybe Davis, did he take a head knock there? Or is he just lying on the ground? He looks like he's lying sideways here. He looks a little bit, he doesn't look great at the moment here for Alex Davis. And he looks like he's getting up very slow. Surely they'll be checking him out there for how long he stayed down. But hopefully he is all right, because Great Britain also losing quite a few players for injuries. What happens with All Blacks and England world rankings for not playing? Do they get consolation points or something as well? Says MC Luna. I don't believe so. but I am not too sure because I don't really know the kind of, I guess, point system well enough. I know that whoever wins it, of course, gets the most points, second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. But I guess it's just the case of because they haven't been able to compete, maybe it just counts as unlucky. But then saying that, what happens to Great Britain's points when we do split back off into England, Scotland, Wales, and whatnot? They're not going to be able to take the most points from one side and be like, oh, England scored a lot of points, so here's yours. It's a tough one. It's actually a very good question, MC Luna. We always got the Ike around, but what are you doing up at this hour of the morning, Johnny? But welcome in, mate. This is great to have you here. Right, Britain at the moment, they are going to be going forward. Once again, we have got the Bulls versus Sharks straight after this game, Johnny, as well, for the URC, which should be an exciting South African derby now. It is going to be going back over the top here. Great Britain, a little bit of a loose ball, but nice step there. Oh, a juggle there. And it is the knock-on advantage now going back here. Van Veek offloads it now to Ronald Brown. He looks like he's backing himself. Good step on the inside. Not able to find the offload to Sawyer's Wapi. Still on the 22 here for the blitz box. Selvin Davis, little grubber in behind. Oh, he's been hit hard. That's going to be a yellow card, is it? Yes, it is indeed. See you later, mate. He's off the field for 2 minutes. And also we have got there, I think, England, Scotland, and Wales each received 4 points. Great Britain got 12. They split it equally, I think, as well. See Sebastian there and steals the Chucky Milk. And also we have got there Johnny. Got a 5. See Sebastian as well. Williams, Morgan Williams, it was going off the field. There are 2 Williamses out on the field for Great Britain. It is Tom Williams who is still out there, but Morgan, he's going to be spending the next 2 minutes in the, or not in the seat. I hope he doesn't go through the seat anyway, but he is going to be on it for the next 2 minutes. Now it's going to be Ronald Brown on the outside. Good low tackle there on Zane Davids. And once again, or was it a knock on? Yes, it was from South Africa, and I snap as well. Says Mike there at the chat. Also, we have got the hey, howdy, hey, brother, how you do? I'm about to drink from the bong, says Katie Dixon. I feel like that is a saying that has become very common on the channel. And I find it intriguing at the same time as slightly amazing that is all. And also we have got there morning. All OMG, my eyes don't want to open. As says Johnny Blaze, it is very early here in New Zealand, that is for sure. And Katie, make sure you share that chalky milk as well. Says Jay there, but it was Zane Davis who was tackled originally. And then it was actually Fundale who was able to get himself over the ball and really put the pressure on the South Africans in the breakdown, which then ended up with the ball hitting loose as well. Katie, what's a bong as well? And the chat says Javen Aldo is going to be passing the ball back, driving their way forward here. Ronald Brown not able to make that tackle, but instead, Pretorius able to drag him down. Now, once again, it will be Alex Davis trying to get his way out of the 22. Oh, it's ripped away by Pretorius, though. It's straight on the ball. Great Britain win the penalty. This game's going to be going down the wire by the looks of it. It is going to be now taken quickly here. Kicked him behind. And now he is chasing this one out. Oh, did it go out on the full? Yes, it did. And it is going to be going right back to Bong Water boys. I'm one of the boys as well. And the chat says that Katie Dixon also we have got there. Chalky milk used as a liquid for the bong. Used as the liquid for the bong as well. Says Johnny Blaze. The thing is, someone's probably tried it. Don't know how it would have gone. I'm trying to think of what you could use chocolate milk in other than like other than drinking it and cereal. What else can you put chocolate milk in, ladies and gentlemen? What have you tried milk in general? Oh, not milk in general, but chocolate milk. Do let me know and pause jockey milk into the bong. Anyone else used alcohol in a bong as well? Or anyone ever used, I should say, for Mike there. I have personally not. So here's Wapi now down the wing, driving his way forward very nicely done. Great Britain once again trying to get over the ball, but not quite able to. Van Veek now a lot of pressure here. Ronald Brown backing himself, pace for days here. Ronald Brown steps, and that's going to be the match winner for sure for the blitz box now. Just going to be waiting just a little bit longer. He puts the ball down, and that is going to be the try for Ronald Brown. Anytime he comes off the bench, he scores tries, this man. And it is going to be a nice, easy conversion as well for the blitz box. Still 3 minutes left on this one. But anyone who is wondering, straight away we are going to be transferring over to our Bulls versus Sharks live stream. And it is going to be, hopefully, a very exciting game between those two sides. But I will get that link ready for you guys so that when we do reach the end of this game, we can go straight over to that next one as well. But it should be a very awesome game of rugby, and hopefully it is a high-scoring one between those two sides. Like I mentioned, but that is going to be going over for South Africa, and now they are getting a little bit more of a lead as well. But there we go, and we have got there. You personally haven't done it, but you've seen George do it right as well. Says Johnny Blaze. I feel like George, like he drinks alcohol, but I don't think he'd ever know what a bong, well, you know what a bong is, but I don't think he'd ever try one. More than likely, also we have got there to all you sleepy blokes as well. Take 3 quick shots of tequila. Will keep you awake nicely and make you sleep like a baby later, as says MC Luna. Also, I have never actually used a bong. I didn't master the art of rolling for nothing as well, says Sebastian. There it is once again on the side of Great Britain now. Just outside of their 22, McCann driving his way forward very nicely there for his side, and JC Pretorius trying to get straight on the ball. I've seen a dude roll one-handed on Dud roll one-handed on horseback as well, says Mike there. And the chat is going to be another penalty for Great Britain. And why is Great Britain playing? Why not the normal England, Scotland, and Wales as separate teams? So pretty much, I think it is due to restrictions. For some reason, they weren't able to get enough players for each of those sides. But because of it, it does mean the late January one, we are actually going to get to see England, Scotland, Wales, etc. come back in, as well as New Zealand. And I think Samoa are going to be joining back up as well, which is going to be very exciting. Another high tackle there. A lot of penalties against the Blitz box in this situation, but they're fine because they have still been able to get themselves a nice 14-point lead. And Sawyer's Wapi not able to get on the ball there. Once again, passing that back across. Now it's opening up for Great Britain. He's got the man on the outside, decides to use him as well. He's trying to run Jamie Burton down the wing. Nice inside ball. And now they are still going forward, but South Africa's defense, they're just too quick. And they've been able to shut them down. Sullivan David's almost able to get it. 40 seconds left now. And it looks like it could still be another opportunity. If Great Britain can score right now, they've still got a chance of being able to win this game. Or draw this game, I think I should say. Because winning it from here is probably going to be impossible for them. Still driving nicely, though. Wrestled down to the ground. J.C. Pretorius wins the penalty. Too strong in the breakdown, that man. Or he will rock up as well. And very proud moment in any person's life as well. And that's some cowboy behavior right there as well in the chat from Katie Dixon. But J.C. Pretorius, he's been absolutely phenomenal for the Blitz box. That is for sure. And now they are more than likely going to be qualifying first. And that is for sure. We're going to have to wait and see exactly how it does go. But nonetheless, JC Pretorius now making his way off the field. They've decided to sub him in the last minutes of this one. And also Willie Van Beek going off the field. But we have still got 17 seconds left of this first half. Or sorry, of this match, I should say. And now not a lot of time left for UK to be able to get back into it. Or Great Britain, I guess I should say. But it is going to be Selvin Davis taking the quick tap. Great Britain not so great as well. In there from Jay. And it will be now Selvin Davis kicks it into touch. I'm wondering whether or not they will decide to attack from here, the Blitz box, or whether they do just kick this ball into touch and say thanks very much for coming in. We have got the Kyle in the chat at ZA as well. Welcome into the live stream. Good morning, mate. 6 a.m. almost here in New Zealand. We have got the Bulls versus the Sharks match. That is going to be the next one that we do cover on the channel as well. So if you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It is hugely appreciated. Just woke up as well there, says Kyle. So yeah, I hope you are doing well, mate. Now the stage, it is going to be once again still on the side of Great Britain. They've got a chance here to try and get something going for the last play of the game. Whoever's got there, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as well there. And in the chat, it's going to be offloaded back, driving his way forward nicely for Great Britain. Finding the offload on the outside, nicely done. And it is once again going to be now their number 8. Tom Bowen tries to offload it back. It's going to be taken by South Africa. They don't look like they want to end this game. Oh, Grobler just gets dropped, and that's going to be a yellow card here for one of the Great British players once again out of Fiji today. Unfortunately, they ended up losing their first 2 games, and then also they ended up winning their game up against Argentina. But due to the fact that they did lose to Spain, it means that they do not qualify for the quarterfinals, which is massive. Kenya versus Box tomorrow. I may as well start drinking now. That is going to be the end of this game. But nonetheless, anyone who is keen to tune in for that Bulls versus Sharks live stream, that is the link. Be sure to come on over, and it will also show up at the end of this live stream. But thank you all very much for tuning in. We will be back in only a couple minutes' time. Or in fact, it will be a couple seconds. But I will see you all for